Hello and welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So we ran away from the anechoic lazarette with the tail between our legs. The creepy warehouse with the creepy robots. Just have to wait. We need to get stronger, we need to get more information. We were not strong or knowledgeable or sneaky enough to solve that. And Rin, I like you, girl, but you're not much help in a fight. That's just how it is. And that's okay. Technology that suspends the tables prevent them from being easily flipped, dragged or moved. Given the location, this is probably a good thing. So if we can't steal the tables, why not just have a... whatever. Just a leg. Zagus is a great little city. I keep losing clothes here. Okay. Hey, partner. Seen you before, haven't I? Locals don't usually drink here. Why is that? I was just about to ask for 3 of your best ale, plus juice. Some kind, but I suppose not. I'm not gonna drink here. This man's brow is creased with worry. He avoids your gaze, his eyes fixed on a point on your left and far away. His trembling, battered fingers pluck at the air. He stares through the chattering customers at the bar as though he is utterly alone. Stepping closer, you see a thick blue crease running down his throat into the depths of his heavy robes. An orderly rows of azure holes pierce his bony arms from elbow to wrist. "Discord!" he says as you approach. "Scared melody. Too many voices. Hurts." His words steam out one by one in a subdued and continuous monotone, tumbling over each other as if in a blind rush to escape. Subdued and continuous monotone. Okay. Study the man. He does not meet your gaze as you step closer to examine him. Instead, he winces as though your presence is somehow painful to him. You watch him move and track the twitching of his fingertips. You hear a low, vibrating whistle, though it's not coming from his mouth. What are you doing here? "Wayfarers bring me broken Numenera. I repair them for pay. I need to eat," he cries, and you don't think you are a target of his anger. Come on, make up your mind, dude. I was ready to open up with a line that just like, you know, fluky, like yeah, this guy is just fun. No, then he's changed to monotone. Now he cries out. Jesus Christ, mate. And I'm informed of this after I already read the line. Game, you're not making this easy for me. "The Wayfarers thank me," he says, swallowing. "They do not know I have remade their Numenera. They do not know they will also be remade. All will be remade when the core chore awakens." Okay, okay. Can you remake any of my Numenera? Yeah, that's a good question. Instead of asking to see your belongings, he looks at you for the first time. His pupils are dark as the space between the stars. "No," he says after a long moment. His eyes flick back to whatever distant, terrible place he has captured his attention. "You are wounded. A broken instrument. He has no use for you." Well, screw you! My Numenera is just as good as anyone else's. Also, I'm a mage. Nano, so probably I don't even need you. I'm just asking if you are like, you felt a little alone, you know? You didn't even look at my belongings. Do I have anything you can remake? "No, you're worthy, but broken." This time he doesn't look at you. Okay, at least he acknowledged that I'm worthy. And possibly I'm broken, but still, that's no reason why you shouldn't work for me. What are you staring at? "The Grand Hall. The spiral pinned by broken columns. The invisible roof." He stops with a gasp and a tear rolls down his dirty cheeks. "He tells me not to share our secrets with you. You're not of the core. You're a discord." Cold wind coils down from the rooftop, flicking at his tattered robes. Must not speak of Akar. Actually, I've just came here to ask you about Akar. No. I think my line is a lot more smoother than that. But sure. Akar, what does that mean? You may as well have slapped the man. White with shock, he doubles over, clutching at his chest. Beneath the man's agony, you sense otherworldly indignation and ageless despair, deep as oceans. Great Akar was once the mightiest of cities, and it will rise once more when the core awakens. His gaze meets yours. The conductor will reward your curiosity and allow me to tell you what I've seen. You need only ask. Okay, tell me about it. Before my becoming, I found a pit ringed by stone, deep in the Arvrim wood. Broken pillars at the edges. I stepped inside, breathed the dusty air. He pauses, passing a shaking hand over his mouth. I was lost in the grand hall for days, decades, pillars twisting like hallways, spiraling, the ringing of bells, whirling chandeliers, listening to the song of the lost core. I was an audience becoming an instrument. Finally I slept, and I woke here, upon the heights. He took my voice, the man says, his eyes dull and distant. But my blood sings. I am becoming a dream. I dream, and I remake Numenera for wayfarers, so they will become and dream as well. And together we will go into the forest, to the ring where the grand hall once stood, and rebuild. That just sounds like crazy talk to me.
I'm ready to learn something new.
He falls silent, eyes wide and wet, as if dreaming of the city that lives in his mind. What do you think you're becoming? An instrument, he says, swaying. A doorway. Before I remade Numenera, now I wake and find devices the conductor has made for me. He is generous. Look, he says, smiling and pulling aside his robes to bare his bony chest. Countless devices are embedded in his flesh, looping bloodlessly in and out of his ribs, linked by tubes or wire to an opalescent sphere at the base of his throat. Okay. Good for you. You said that you dream. What up? Proud Akar at its peak, he says, gaze locked on the distant ruins of the city. Instruments of metal and flesh ringing the balconies of the grand hall. The conductor, our heir, breathing him in forever. Can we just maybe tell him to... Okay, can you do us Numenera? Maybe after this? Damn! I thought I was warming you up. Like, oh yeah, like, I'm a buddy. Like, you shared me stories about your crazy dreams and a car and all the crazy stories and you're becoming an instrument. And now after that, I'm still worthy but broken. Well, screw you.
Alright.
Okay. Explorer. You got the look of an explorer about you, am I right? I want your opinion on something. Okay. I think my friend here and I should explore the bloom. The alleyways. The bars especially. You should do that. Azixret here wants to help explore the Verxulian waste. Sounds hot. Oh, come on. I'd rather discover an exciting new cocktail than a dozen pointy rocks, wouldn't you? Yeah, sounds great. Do it.
Of course we can help.
And actually it's a lot safer, but beware of the psychic bar, of this special tap that just kills people. Sylph. Hey there. This pretty young woman stands unnaturally still. Suddenly her large, glassy eyes spring to life with a rattle and quickly lock with yours. Before, just as quickly, snapping away, her skin as fair as porcelain, is crackled beneath several layers of dirt and faded makeup. And on the side of her neck you see what appears to be a small tattoo of vertical lines with glyphs etched at the bottom. For a moment familiarity overwhelms you, disappearing as a minute shudder runs down her arm. Her gaze snaps back to your face, but not to your eyes. She's staring at your tattoo. Jerkily, her hand rises to touch her own. Oh, how odd! She's meeting me. She's introducing herself. Well, Matt, I'm called Sylph. You note the slight pause before she pronounces her name. Her voice has a purring quality under which you can hear the spinning of countless gears. She coughs just once and a small greenish cloud emerges from between her lips. Purring woman voice? That's my specialty, right? How the freaking hell I get started? I don't know. How did you come by that mark? Well, that was not it. It's him, or is it? Okay, she's thinking about something. Try to remember where you've seen the Sylph's tattoo before. Ooh, anamnesis. You hear an echo of yourself and see in front of you a strange old man, gnawed by time and rabid with expectation. On his neck, rather than the sagging, you see the same series of vertical lines etched into his skin, a faded map to a time or a place that no longer exists. An inadmissible period of time has elapsed without an answer. Conclusion. I will rephrase the question. She says as the memory fades. How did you come to have those marks upon your skin? I'm casting of the changing god. Wow, I'm really not beating around the bush. Well, I suppose half the town knows it already. Might as well just be upfront about it. You hear an excited clicking, and her eyes flutter closely. I appreciate your honesty, she says, the manic working of gears sounding from deep within her chest. She's a robot. She regards you, head tilting to the side with a series of small ratcheting noises. You have the absurd impression the motion is meant to be flirtatious. Oh, yeah. I hope you will answer another question for me. Her voice takes on a more eloquent tone, deeper and richer than you've heard from her before. Oh, I already predicted that. I wonder if you might have heard this old riddle before. She clears her throat and begins as if reciting from memory. What comes in with breath and out with a word, transmutes upon death but can't be conferred. The words sound vaguely familiar, resonating in your mind even after she stops speaking. Old. Huh. It's what you've done for centuries. You told me. Okay. Just saying, this is probably not what you want to do. I'm like, hey, I like you. Hey, do you want to solve my riddle? No. I mean, like, okay, I just need to, I already forgot what was it. What comes in with breath and out with a word? Transmutes upon death, but can be conferred. Old. Huh, that's what you've done for centuries. You told me. I don't know. Comes in with breath, out with a word. Transmutes upon death, but can be confirmed. Consciousness? Love? Nothing? Try to remember. Anamnesis. You listen again to her words, feel the echo and weight of them moving in your mind. You see Sylph, garbed in the clothes of Aeon Priest. Her face is in shadow, but when the riddle comes, it's in your voice, not hers, and the rhyme is different. It arrives with first breath and leaves with each word. Transfigured by death unless it's conferred. Okay, I told her this. I was lame. Anyway. Life, isn't it? Arrives with first breath. Huh. That's more... Oh, life. Consciousness. In your mind, self replies in a deeper, melodious tone. Consciousness. It isn't until you surface from the memory to find self staring at you that you realize you spoke the word aloud. Well, self sounds pleased, still speaking in that deeper voice. Perhaps you can be of use to me after all. There is one final question I would ask you, he says, face and hands unusually still. Please answer to the best of your abilities. What do you do if you met someone who had succeeded at your life's work before you, and they refuse to share their method? Now, ultimately, wasn't the journey some kind of a reward? I don't know. I would beg them to tell me. I think that has a chance. And they refuse to share their method. I would kill them. I would find a new life's work. That's a good question. I'm like, it is kind of vague. I mean, like, what the hell are we talking about? I mean, like, this is fairly vague. I mean, like, it is 100% depends on what are you thinking about. Like, somebody invented something and it's already out, and what you gotta do, you just kill them for it? I mean, like, it's already out, like, or just someone just invented it and you're just gonna kill them and take the credit for it, but you still didn't do it. I would find a new life's work. That's probably it. If there's something that's you can only have one of. Or maybe I've just finished my own and maybe I'm gonna make it more awesome. How about that? I mean, like, there's definitely not... In many things, in most things, there's definitely not only a room for one approach. And just because one approach is already available doesn't mean that's the best approach, so I would find my own method. Or possibly just shank them and get this stuff and get the big bucks for it. I would find my own method. Yet you have failed, haven't you? These cast-offs you make, each an imperfect shell, each an undying monument to your failure. What? She laughs at the look on your face. It's not a pleasant sound. And to think, all those years ago you had the audacity to call yourself a god. Look at me. Look at this. She spreads her arms and turns in a circle, clearly intending you to see every angle of her body. This is the pinnacle of a lost civilization. She gloats, the voice behind her eyes replaced with a fervent, furious madness. My perfect, immortal vessel, and I am the one who discovered it. Me. It looks like you might have liked my answer. So you're just another immortal who just have vessels of her own?
I'm ready to learn something new.
He spits. Bright green fort that lands in the dust at your feet. That to your help. My methods are beyond your comprehension. I'm going to make sure they stay that way. The light fades from her eyes as suddenly as it arrives. She blinks at you with a cheering of decaying cogs, folding her hands in front of her and executing a small bow. I do not know what transpired, she says. Please accept my apologies. What the hell? Okay, I mean, like, you were just boasting. I mean, like, you were out of line. Like, I can do better, I can make better immortal bodies than you. That's what I heard for like 5 minutes, and now you just say like sorry. You know what? I'm a grown man, I'm gonna accept that, but still. Like, it is just... First of all, it's not I who made it, so... Lore machinery or natural? Examine Sylph more closely to determine her origin. Try to remember where you've seen Sylph before. Oh, crap. Alright. 85. Yes, we did it.
I'm ready to learn something new.
An image appears in your mind of Sylph standing demurely beside a richly clothed man who gestures at you impatiently. Sure, she's old, but she can still work. Still got that machine intelligence of hers running along nicely, unlike some others. If you're lonely, she'll keep you company. If you're not, she'll keep you quiet. Won't you? He turns his piercing gaze on Sylph, who nods. Oh. You keep quiet, won't you? So she was sold as a... She'll keep quiet, actually. So she was sold as a sex slave of sort. That is not surprising.
I'm ready to learn something new.
A sharp edge of disappointment, you recall walking away from Sylph when she was offered to you, passing a sneering man in dark robes who had already made an offer. His presence overwhelms the memory with a sudden understanding of who and what stands in front of you. Adden, an obsessive Aeon priest who made it his personal mission to track the changing god to the ends of the world, searching for a way to transfer himself into vessels of his choosing. It seems he succeeded, at least partially, but one look at Sylph's decaying body tells you that he has merely exchanged one prisoner for another, with no hope of salvation anytime soon. Adden, are you in there? You hitting your own sex bot? That is just pathetic. And it was a sentient sex bot. She slowly blinks her eyes. One of them fails to reopen completely. I am Sylph. Have you mistaken me for someone else? Adden, I know you're in there. Can you hear me? I am Sylph, she replies. The Aeon priest's mind seems to have faded into the construct's subconscious. Who knows if it will emerge again. That's awesome. Adden, I know you're in there. Can you hear me? Oh, never mind that. That's for better, you know? I like the sound of the sex bot.
Alright.
Well, I think it's unfair to call her a sex bot. I mean, like,
Yes.
she's probably not a sex bot. She was just sold as a sex bot. Memovira guard. Arafi. What is this place?
Alright.
So, we can't talk with these. Oh, we can? Three-rope figures stand here, staring at the skies for ships or watching the entrance to the caravanserai for new visitors. He sees you coming and he elbows his companions. They turn and bow in unison. Revered one, the leader says, we had heard of your arrival in the city and we thank you for this honor. We believe great things are in store for you. I'm looking for the cast of Matkina. Revered one, I wish I could help. I do, but I've heard nothing of your sister for some time now. Bows. Tell me about yourself. What are the servants of your creator? We are the servants of your creator, revered one, the one who brought us your incarnation. He cheats death and changes the course of history. He is the savior of humanity, and we seek to emulate his ways. It's nice that you're at least upfront about it. I doubt he actually did everything that's said about him, but his cast-offs are real and powerful. Okay. A lot of people these days try to be original by trying to do something else or they did. I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, you know, just do your own style, but, you know. And that's good. Good to be inspired by someone else, but, you know, just saying. What are you doing here? He's there upfront about it. Like, yeah, we're just trying to be exactly like him. Like, okay. Like, we look for your creator, revered one, and the comings and goings of other cast-offs like you. Since this is a major travel hub, we have hoped in vain. It is generally true to see your kind come through, and why you are here. It is delight to see you. He bows again. It is the castle that truly interests me. How do they do what they do? Okay, that's it. Farewell, really good one.
Of course.
Farewell, creepy cultists. Young man. What? Silver orphans?
Absolutely.
I don't know. If anything, I have too many orphans on my hand. What are you looking at?
All right.
I don't know. Small woman? Oh, you startled me. I'm not that used to being around so many people. Oh,
If
okay.
you're sure it's safe.
Mammovira guard. Let me in. A man in a brigandine coat stands in front of the heavy wooden gate. His arms are crossed, his feet firmly planted. You got business with Demovira? Who's the Mem... Yeah, I do. I don't know you, friend. That means the Memovira don't know you either. And if she don't give the word, you don't pass through this gate. You shy me? Fine. What's on the other side of the door? I'm gonna say not me. A road. It goes down to the side of the cliff toward the bloom. Nobody gets by unless the boss lady gives the word. Who's the Memovira? The boss lady of the bloom. She's been in charge for about 10 years. Couldn't tell you what the title means, but there's always been a Memovira. Oh, okay. What is the bloom exactly? It's a monster, a stinking tumor of the size of a city, full of veins and cysts and sacs that folk can crawl around inside. Sometimes they lead to maws. His sunken eyes gleam as he speaks the word. If you give them what they want to eat, they'll send you to another world. If not, if they decide to feed on you instead. I didn't even want to open them all. Poor Resh, okay. Can you tell me anything else about the Memovira? Nobody crosses her, not even the council. He waves a dismissive hand at the passers-by. All these poor plodders are scared of her, and that means they are scared of me, too. Go work for the Memovira, son. That's what my dad told me. You'll never be anybody in this life if folk ain't scared of you. Dad never told me about the bloom, though. I wonder if he even knew. Damn. So you're from Segas Cliffs? Born in Cliff's Edge. House where I grew up fell into the sea a couple years back. Thanks to the sticker, made a black tree bugger with flaming pricks. Pfft. Joined up with the Memovira and served 5 years in the bloom. Gets in your head, the bloom does. Whispers to you. Tells you to do things, maybe. His eyes gleam. When the boss lady found out, she sent me out here. Threw my mate in Omar. I still can't remember why. Sounds great! Have fun! So we can't go in unless we are willing to... Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, never mind that. Okay. We can actually go up. What is that? The sit panel lies flush with the ground. You can see no way to pry it open. Okay. Hey, silver orphans. You guys really look out of place, like Alien from the 60s out of place with that, like, I don't know, little shiny ball of yours. Two silver humanoids stand near a small vehicle of indeterminate origin. Their skin has a reflective metallic sheen that makes them appear both a part of and separate from the scenery around them. As you approach, both of them turn to face you. They have no mouths, and their eyes are phantomless black, reflecting nothing. A name for these creatures rises from memory: silver orphans. It may not be the name by which they know themselves, but it's the name used by the Order of Truth. The silver orphans turn to stare at each other for several moments, then the one on the right gestures at you in a complicated pattern. Mind of machines we seek. Know you any? You guys gonna talk weird. What the hell, woman? We're having a conversation and you're just staring down my Silver Surfer guy. So get the freaking hell out of here. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway. Although you can't understand their gestures, you can hear their thoughts. What do you seek? Why do you seek the minds of machines? Oh, actually, we do have some minds of machine guys. Exactly where they are. They stare at you impassively, as though they can't hear you at all. The one on the left, the Neos, using a foreshortened finger to trace lines and circles in the dust at your feet. Ripples radiate from a point, first a square, then a human eye, then an unrecognizable mass of interconnected dots. The Silver Orphan looks up at you, awaiting your reply. Any minds of machines, the way that we may find that which was lost. I can tell them about the peerless drones. You can't just Silver Surfers. Do you want to help me out with the peerless drones? That would be lovely. You draw an approximation of the reef of the fallen worlds, indicating the location where you met the peerless drones with an X, and copying the orphan's original drawing next to it. The one on the left crouches and adds a few quick strokes that you take to be a query for further information. One mind or many? A lot of silver. You know, you can just kick their ass. I left a lot of you for you guys. I mean, like, I foresee this, you know. I didn't want to feel like greedy about it. I just killed like 5, you know. But you guys can just finish up them all. You guys can have the rest. I was just, you know, was planning to save some for later, for fun times. But you guys can have it. After some thought, you draw one of the drones you encountered. And some more beside it for good measure, linking them all together in an attempt to indicate their connection to one another. The orphan on the right likewise crouches and stops your hands before turning to face its twin. Many peerless, yes.
I'm ready to become even more heroic!
Long moments pass before they look back at you in unison, that they each reach inside themselves, withdrawing parts of an unidentifiable device. They feed the parts together, handing you a complete but curious Numenera, the likes of which you've never seen. You have the feeling they are very pleased to have this particular intelligence reported to them. Great help you provide, great thanks you receive. Thanks. Actually, I lied, so thanks for this. What is this? Conduit rings? Great, okay. Choose a damage type, convert energized. All damage dealt is converted to the... Okay. So it converts damage. Great. Actually, there's no need to talk about Sylph. I'll let you know if I find any machine intelligences. Don't you guys just head out? Like, hell yeah! I thought that's what was the point. Maybe we'll tell about Sylph. I don't wanna just betray the...
Let's go.
The robot hooker right now. Hey, sailor. Oh, we can't go that way. Driftwood held aloft by suspension platforms provide a useful, if somewhat perilous, bridge between the dock and the ship moored in an area. But, yeah, that's not gonna work. What kind of combination? I love the combination of technology, like stone and like I don't know, levitating tables and like AI intelligences.
Doing it
crazy. Also, it looks like the background is some, I don't know, what is that? Some desolate planet. What is this? These plants cling to the top of the wall, their roots hanging in empty air. Their means of obtaining nourishment eludes you.
Go.
Probably just the sun. Maybe that's enough. Airship captains! Hey, look, this looks like an inn. Am I right? Yes, that's an inn. And what is this? Government Square.
Trust and honesty are our bonds.
Oh, come on. You don't have to say that every 2 seconds.
Happy to help.
You will make me so bad when I do something questionable. Okay, what is this? Device is near the head of this bad move to match the current time of day, shading the eyes of their occupants. Okay. Tranquility? Folding screens provide the illusion of privacy to room occupants, if not the real thing. Okay,
Let's
I'm
go.
just looting your room. Beside the bed is a handsome and well-made night table with a single drawer. A large open book sits on top of it. Examine the book. The pages of the book are made of thick vellum, and it appears to be an atlas of the region. The book is open to a map that depicts the city of Sagus Cliffs, the valley of dead heroes nearby, a range of mountains to the north, labeled as Obsiphagan Range, and a circular desert farther to the east, marked as the Lost Sea. A thin strip of fabric has been placed between the open pages. A second fabric strip marks another place in the book. Try to judge the age of the book.
I'm ready to become even more heroic.
Oh, low natural. Based on the condition of its pages, you can guess that the book is about 20 years old. The vellum was probably made from the skin of a herd animal, young Adean perhaps, or a gallon. Look for the names of the nearby settlements. Besides Sagus Cliffs, you only see a few other cities and towns. In the center of the circular desert are a large blue dot called the Oasis of Mirajolias, and a smaller dot immediately next to it, Jerboa. On the far side of the desert is another city, Haraf. And on the end of the valley of dead heroes is a dot labeled the Necropolis. It's unclear whether this is a settlement or just a site of interest. The Necropolis? Okay, look for the names of nearby settlements again. Okay. Examine the page marked by the other fabric strip. You see another full-page map, this time representing a region called Augur Kala. It seems to be located somewhere to the northwest of Sagus Cliffs, and it's defined by a massive ring of mountains labeled as the Clock of Kala. The mountain range is so perfectly round that it was almost certainly engineered by artificial means in the distant past. Several cities and towns dot the landscape, but the largest and most prominent is named Sada Emidu. After a few moments, you turn back to the map of the Sagus Cliffs region. So if I do this, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay. Examine the night table instead. Why would I do that? Let's do it. The table is finely made and has a single drawer. Open it. Try to open the drawer. I'm the snoopiest. The drawer appears to be locked, but you can hear something rattling around inside. The noise is faint but constant, as if the object were alive. I'm pretty good. We can smash. I don't know. Do we want a quick finger or do we want to smash? Because quick finger might be just sneaky, but smashing is something we can actually do. But it might be just too loud. Let's just smash it. 35, 70. I suppose. Do we go for this? 90%? Oh yeah. You pry at the drawer for a while, and it finally opens with a faint crack. No one seems to have heard. Yeah.
I'm ready to become
Oh,
even
really?
more heroic.
Inside you find a small ornamental comb that looks like a jeweled insect. In fact, it is a jeweled insect, a biomechanical marvel that is very much alive. The pincers seek to fasten themselves upon lock of hair, and its wings allow it to hover around the weaver's head. I don't know, would you want to use it though? Several strands of hair are still clutched in the Calm's pincers. They are a vibrant purple. Anamnesis. You feel like you've seen this style of biomechanical craftsmanship before. It's very, very old. Probably older than the Ninth World. Okay, what does this do? Okay, it's a quest item. Airship Captain, can we talk with you? Oh there! Oh! You aren't from around here, are you? Neither am I. Okay, tranquility. Maybe I'm looking for a room, maybe I'm looking for information. I love that we actually bothered to stand in front of him. A woman as tall and graceful as a pillow steps forward to greet you. She bows, then looks down at you with warm, glow-flecked eyes. Welcome to Tranquility's Rest. I am the proprietress. Tranquility. Are you looking for a place to take your ease? As she speaks, a sense of delicious calm comes over you, and you find yourself wanting to agree with her. There is nothing you would like better right now than the peace and solitude of a quiet room. Low natural. In fact, the feeling of calm you feel in her presence is so strong you wonder if it's entirely natural. That's when you notice Tranquility's soothing scent. It must be more than perfume, perhaps a pheromone of some sort. Forgive me for asking, but are you human? No need for apologies. Given my height, it is a natural question. I am indeed human, a human mutant, and fortunate to live in the Sagus Cliffs where that is not a crime. There are very few places in this world where someone like me would even be allowed to clean a hostel, let alone own one. Tell me about Tranquility's Rest. She smiles. It is the most peaceful inn in Sagus Cliffs, with the most beautiful views. All rooms face outward, so that the bustle of the caravanserai is invisible and inaudible. All you see is sky and sea and the roofs of the city far below you. And all you hear is a breeze. And I'm the sole owner, and I have been offering solitude, security, and discretion to travelers for 20 years. You will never have as sound a night's sleep as you will when you stay here. Tell me about no. Your perfume seems to contain some kind of pheromones. Are you manipulating me?
I'm ready to learn something new.
He smiles faintly. If calming can be said to manipulating, I suppose I am, but it is nothing more than that. I cannot control minds or influence thoughts. My scent seems to relax people. That and another trick I learned convinced me that opening a hostel might lead to success. Tell me about... No. Could you use your calming abilities to put me into a trance? She looks bemused. No one has ever asked me something like this before, and normally I would refuse for fear of some complication and perhaps retaliation for that, but I sense a certain affinity between us, a kindness we share. I don't think any harm will come of it. I feel it will help you. I will do. She reaches out to you. Now take my hands and close your eyes. As you take her hands, a scent like baking bread and honey overwhelms you, and she begins to sing in a soft but resonant contralto. The melody fills your head, making it heavy with slumber, so that your chin drops to your chest. You feel like you've been lowered gently into a warm bath. The water closes over your head, but there is no fear of drowning. You have returned to the womb, where all is comforting darkness and the steady pulse of a beating heart. Oh. I am sleeping. Oh, maybe this is a way to go into my mind palace? Other than dying? Hey! You're looking a lot more well rested than you usually do. Yes. What should I do now? Matkina is our best lead. Fine. Has anything changed since last time I was here? I don't know. Look around. It's your mind. Okay, fine. You're unhelpful. Can we just check on the spirit? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's around here. Let's do it.
I'm going.
Yeah, you do it. You go there, okay? You going there. I don't know how she's called, but perhaps we have more information that could help her. Because we found the captain of the guard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just don't make me fight, okay? Sigin? Okay. Looks like there's some kind of progress happened for sure. Oh, this is crazy. Uh-oh. The siege, he says, watching the scene in front of you. I remember the siege when the Tabat came to destroy Saga's cliffs. You remember it? I think it happened a long time ago. Did it? I'm only a broken memory. Apparently, what do I know of time? A wry smile plays on her lips. After a long, quiet moment, she nods as though coming to a decision. I was there. I remember the screams, the terror. The Tabat came, many of them mounted on their dragolets, each of them with a stranger, more terrifying weapon than the one before. Zagus should have fallen, like Tuansha and Iqua and the 100 villages before us, but it didn't. We fought them off. It's coming back to me. These are my memories. She shakes her head. But what does that have to do with other women? I don't know. There's more to this story. I need your help to find it. Okay. Do I need to just run around? Like, okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do I just run past them? Okay.
Of course.
Never mind that. Okay, let's look at this abuse. Alright, come on, Tabat. Hey, can we talk?
Go.
Do I have to just... I can't do anything with these guys. This burning building looks like homes you've seen in Saga's Cliffs, but of a much older style. Okay. Is there anything else we can do? Can I go that way?
All right.
Looks like if I go this way, it's just a... Yes. Looks like it is...
Yes. Now.
Maybe we need to gather more memory parts. Look! You follow her finger to a glowing form where before there was nothing. It's Membra! You found one of them already, the woman created by the engine. Okay. Have you found any more of the woman? We have to help them. Do you have any more impressions where I might find these women? One of them offers joy and sorrow for coin. Her family is not her own. It's borrowed, I think. Shakes her head as though it's to clear it. I'm sorry, I can't tell you more than that. So the point is, we need to find more women, and she told us also to find a hooker. And that's it. Alright. Fair enough. It's an interesting story arc, and it's awesome that we can actually go into our mind. I like this Mind Palace thing. I'm calling it the Mind Palace, not sure what else should I call it. What if I... Oh, it's called the Calm. That's a cool name. Okay, see you later, Spectre. You're useless. I suppose that's me, and I'm useless. Come on, I'm not gonna think about this. My subconscious Spectre is useless. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Actually, that was nice. Hey, sailor. That was awesome. Thankfully it bows as you enter. Welcome back, friend. You have been missed. Okay, I like a room for the night. How much is that? Tranquility smiles. I'm so pleased. I'm sure you will be most comfortable. The price is 20 shillings per person. Per person? Damn. So it's gonna be 80. On second thought, I rest later. Let's talk about something else. Never mind, farewell.
All right,
I
Ren,
can't afford
we can do
80.
this.
I'm so broke. I love that. Hey young man, what the hell? You're shipping out to join the endless battle. Wish us luck, eh? Okay.
On my
You
way.
die fast so you don't suffer too much. Oh, Omadon? I believe I missed that guy. Okay. What's around this place?
It's a plan.
Master Reneo. Maybe we should start with that. With him.
On my way.
Oh, Tibir? Hey there. Maybe we just need to drop Brim for some time.
Go.
Sorry, Rin. I don't know. I'm willing to pay a room for you in the place, you know?
Yes.
Or just stay with the cultists. But we might need someone more capable. Anyhow, I believe this is a good time to take a break, so hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And have a good one.